Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Christine with gaugegirltraining, an online meal planning and coaching service. I'm a food scientist and chemical engineer, and in today's video, we are going to talk about hormonal weight gain during menopause. So let's get started. So menopause is a natural biological process that marks the end of your period. You're officially in menopause when you've gone over 12 months without getting a period. Now, this can happen in the 40s, it can happen in the 50s, but the average age that the average woman in America experiences menopause is age 51. And menopause, unfortunately, tends to be associated with hormonal weight gain. And in this video, we're gonna break down why that happens and what you can do about it. So when you enter menopause, it means that your body is no longer ovulating, therefore your reproductive years are over. And as a result of that, when you're no longer ovulating, your estrogen levels are lower. And you may be wondering, why would lower estrogen result in weight gain when we know that higher estrogen is what causes women to gain weight during puberty? So what gives? Prior to puberty, both women and men actually have the same amount of estradiol, which is a variant of the estrogen hormone. Same exact amount. However, once the ovaries start releasing estrogen and a woman reaches that sexual maturity where she is able to have her period, able to procreate, what happens is over the course of 2 to 4 years during puberty, a woman will begin to gain anywhere from 20 to 25 pounds and going up in body fat, where a healthy young lady would be in that 20 to 25% body fat range. So we know that estrogen causes the female body to gain weight, but wouldn't you think that lower estrogen, you're not getting your period anymore, you would think that that would cause you to lose weight, when in actuality, it is the opposite. So I'm gonna break down what's actually happening. So during your menstrual cycle, over a 28-day menstrual cycle, about halfway through, around day 14, is when the body ovulates. When you ovulate, there is a shift in your hormones. So at around day 14, what happens is the body sends a spike in progesterone. And this keeps a nice balance between the estrogen and progesterone hormone. Now, if you don't ovulate, your body will not experience that spike in progesterone. So what's going to happen is, even though your estrogen levels are just regular, they're actually supposed to drop during the second half of your cycle and through the actual period. And your body detoxes excess estrogens every month when it does not result in pregnancy. So what happens is your estrogen levels are high relative to progesterone because ovulation is not telling your body to have that corresponding spike in progesterone on a monthly basis. So with age, ovarian function begins to deteriorate, and as a result, you're going to have irregular periods. The problem is, even though most women tend to not enjoy our period, it is actually so functional and important for allowing us to rebalance our hormones, and as a result, allowing the body to naturally detox excess estrogens. Now, I'm not saying excess estrogen as in high estrogen, I mean estrogen levels that are high relative to progesterone, because even though your estrogen levels are low during menopause, if they are high relative to progesterone, the absolute value doesn't matter, it's about that ratio. And if that ratio is off, you will experience fat gain. So there's another convenient problem that happens during menopause. And now that your body and your ovaries are not producing estrogen, well, guess what? There's other ways your body can create estrogen. And guess the number one place your body is going to create estrogen from? Fat. Body fat is not just stored potential energy. Body fat is also an endocrine organ, which means it is able to send chemical messengers and signals. So your fat can actually send the signal and can create estrogen. If your ovaries are not creating the estrogen, your fat will. And it becomes an absolute nightmare, especially if you have excess body fat on your frame that you didn't lose prior to menopause, and now you have it, and now your fat is actually creating more and more estrogen when your ovaries are not. And making matters even worse, your estrogen is already high relative to progesterone, but it's going to be even higher if you have excess body fat on your frame. So the reality is, during menopause, if you have high body fat already, you are at an elevated risk for estrogen dominance. And even though we know in menopause, your estrogen levels are low, but if you have excess fat and you're not ovulating, your estrogen levels are going to be high relative to progesterone. So what do? What you need to do is you need a nutritional strategy to help you manage fat loss differently. And what I mean by that is you are going to need to be very strategic about estrogen management. You are going to want to make sure that your body is able to detox excess estrogens. You are going to need to choose foods that are higher in fiber. You are going to need to minimize starchy carbs. You're going to need to make sure you're getting the correct amount of protein. You're going to need to make sure that you are getting healthy fats. And most importantly, you need to make sure that you are not under eating. My ladies and my clients with the hormone imbalances are the most susceptible to hitting fat loss plateaus as a result of under eating. So next month, and I know I've been promising this to you guys for a very long time, next month when my hormone reset plan comes out in conjunction with my hormone reset supplements, you will be able to have a concise, really solid protocol to help manage this. But I do advise you guys to be eating close to your TDEE, if not a minor deficit, maybe 200 calories, 250, 300 maximum. You don't want to be in too deep of a deficit. You want to make sure that you are getting cruciferous vegetables. If you can't handle cruciferous vegetables, you're going to want to supplement with something like an IC3, INDOLE 3 CARBINOL. You're going to need high fiber, 30 to 50 grams a day, healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, coconut, nuts, things in that wheelhouse, salmon, and you are going to want to make sure that you are getting plenty of nutrition and are eating enough calories, because when you do not eat enough calories with menopause, what happens is your body is not going to have enough food to get the nutrients it needs for your hormones to be balanced. So guys, the things that you used to do in your 20s, 30s, and 40s to lose weight, you can't apply those things when these hormone imbalances exist. They do not work the same. So I hope this video was helpful. Comment below if you are experiencing menopause, if you are experiencing estrogen dominance, and if you feel you would benefit from a hormone reset. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.